Okay, now that you have watched the video on the basics of logarithms and what they are, you do realize that logarithms are simply exponents. So it's just a different way of looking at numbers. Now, one of the purposes behind logarithms is to solve exponential equations, or those that have exponents that are variables. For example, if you go through and do a problem in a growth type situation, maybe you end up with, say, 16 equals 5 to the t. And we don't know what t is, but we want to find out. So what we're going to have to do then is we've got to get this t down where it's a regular number. Right now it's an exponent, and you really don't have a way to solve directly for an exponent. So using the same principles that you do solving any other equations, where you can do anything to an equation as long as you do the same thing to both sides, what we're going to do is take the log of both sides. Log of 16 equals log of 5 to the t. Now, we know from our previous video that exponents, or logarithms, are simply exponents. So log of 5 is an exponent. And what happens if you raise an exponent to an exponent, like something like 3 squared cubed? Well, what you do is you multiply your exponents, so you get 3 squared times 3 as your exponent. So we're going to use that same principle here. Since log of 5 is an exponent, t is an exponent, we're raising a power to a power. So what we end up with then is still log of 16 equals t times the log of 5. And again, this is because your logarithm, log of 5, is an exponent, and t is an exponent, so you're raising an exponent to an exponent, or a power to a power. And what do you do when you raise a power to a power? Is you multiply them. So we're going to take t times log of 5. Now to find t, you simply divide by log of 5 on both sides, and you end up with t equals whatever this comes out to be. Now, when you're using your calculator on these, if you're using the TI-30X2S, which is one I recommend for this class, make sure that when you enter the log of 16, you either hit enter or you close the parentheses. Because if you just type in log 16 divided by log 5, what it's going to do is it's going to divide 16 by the log of 5 and then take the log of it. So the way you're going to enter it would be, you hit your log button, 16, close your parentheses, divided by log of 5, close your parentheses, and hit equals. And you end up with t being 1.7227, and so on. And so that's what we're going to use logs, that's how we're going to use logs to solve equations. And you're going to use them to find the time when you know the growth rate and the starting population and the ending population.